Well, we worked about 12 hours yesterday getting this flooring put in. And I woke up today with the worst case of anal glaucoma that I have had in a long time. And for those of you that don't know what anal glaucoma is, basically I woke up and I couldn't see my ass going to work today. So I thought I couldn't waste the entire day away. It is nice looking outside there, but it's like 2 degrees. The squirrels don't care though. You see those guys out there? I seen the neighbor was feeding them last night. They're probably real happy about that. Anyhow, we put this flooring in, and prior to this hard surface flooring, there had been carpet in this area. And when they painted this rock, they didn't paint that bottom spot. And I had to do a little bit of painting in here, mostly in the bathroom. And I picked a nice light gray to kind of blend in with the white and the rest of the grays that we have going on in here. But I can actually show you. Right there is the light gray against the dark gray. And I need some more dark gray paint to touch up all these little spots that they didn't do. And I don't know what paint it is. And I could have taken something in and had it matched and tried all that stuff, which usually works pretty well. But I still have quite a bit of the light gray paint left, and I don't really need any more. So I bought a little tube of black, and we're going to see if I can make the right color. And I'm fairly confident I can do this. Confident enough that I'm going to try to do it live on camera. Oh, I'm definitely stiff today. I only get so many up downs, and I used up most of them yesterday. That is for sure. I'm going to start with just a few drops at a time. We'll see what that does. Well, that's an acrylic paint. It says it's water cleanup. So I'm really hoping that it mixes okay with this other paint. I thought about kind of going with like a purpler color to work closer to that. It's a purplish gray, but I don't know. So that there is still pretty light. Now the one thing about house paint is it's darker when it's wet than when it's dry. So if it doesn't look like the right color wet, it needs to be darker. So we'll just keep, there's another, that was a pretty healthy blob that went in there. Real scientific method here. Oh, it's changing fast now. I can see it happening. But it's still not what I am shooting for. So let's hit it again. Now, if it's not a perfect match, I'm okay with that. If it gets blended somewhat close, that would be fine with me. I just don't want to have to repaint everything, and I don't want to leave it looking like that. After the paint goes on, there's going to be a bead of caulk that goes all the way around. And I have taped off, well, I started taping off the one edge. Well, we're getting darker, still not quite there. You can see where the camera's actually pointing at. Alright, I'm going to stand you up just a little bit. And then I will just move back some, that'll help. So, it's getting close. It's getting real close. And as long as it's close where I can maybe blend it, I'll be pretty happy. Let's try one more little bloop of black. There we go. And then I will, oh, there she really started heading in the right direction there. So like a quart of paint is between $18 and $25. I probably only need this pint that I've got here. So we would have had another can of paint in here that we didn't really need. So I'm really hoping that this is going to work. I still have more than a quart of the gray left, so if I should happen to go too far, I can add some of that light gray back. Boy, that's really getting close. Really getting close. Like I said, this wall has a little bit more of a bluish tint on the gray, but that might be blendable. I'm going to reset you guys up over this way. I taped some off because I wanted to be able to test. We'll drop you down a little bit here, maybe even one more. And we'll take a crack at it. I'm gonna set some cardboard down just so I have a little bit of room. Alright, yep, you can see everything. So, I'll get just a little bit on the brush. See how I did. Well, like I said, it looks a little bit too light still. It's gonna get lighter when it dries. So I don't think I'm gonna waste too much more time with it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. Get it to darken up a little bit more than that. I don't have a hairdryer with me today. If you've ever went and bought paint, a lot of the places, when they're done mixing it, you see them put a little dop on the top and then they hit it with a hairdryer. The hairdryer is so it'll dry out. And show you what it's going to look like. Just make sure we're still in the right spot. We are. Okay. Another healthy blob of black in there. Maybe a little bit more. Because I can tell it's got to go a lot further. Kind of like the way that looks. Let's give her another test spot here and see how much of a difference that made. Now I am going to put this video on YouTube all by itself, just for fun, just to see how it does. There is going to be a very much longer, more detailed video of this entire project, which I can't wait till I'm done and I can post that video, because my phone is totally out of memory right now because of all the footage I'm holding. Usually when I upload a video, after it's uploaded, I back it all up to my Google account and then I delete all the original footage from my phone so I can go make more videos. And the other day when I was trying to make a different video, my phone said it was absolutely full, and it's getting to be really problematic. Okay, that is a little bit closer. I'm still not convinced. I mean, I think that would be blendable. It definitely looks better than the raw rock. And it's going to dry a lot closer, but I still think I could put a little bit more black in there one more time and get it closer yet. And I do want it a little bit closer because there's a few spots where they painted this rock and it needs to be touched up. It needs to be done better. So, black on my finger. Mix it, mix it. Boy, it really looks a lot closer. I said that last time though. I said that the time before, so don't believe what I say. Let's see what it looks like on the wall. We'll go back over here. Oh, that's a lot grayer. I think if that lightens up a little bit when it dries, I'm going to like that just fine. And I do have some white paint as well. I've got some white trim and some touch-ups on some trim that needs to be done. So I'm probably going to break away from this and go paint on my white stuff. And then I'll get a chance to let this dry and see if I like the way it looks. But let me make sure the camera can see that. It surely can. Let's just go ahead and aim you over here. I'm going to paint all the way up to that corner. There isn't much difference between my light, my darker, and my darker, but the darker is definitely looking closer. And like I said, once it's all done, then I'll rub I've got some silicone just to run along the edge of the floor. I always like to caulk the raw edges. It'll stop any dust and anything from being able to get in underneath the floor and prevent any possible failures in the future. And you can see they didn't do a super great job of painting these rocks, which is why I wanted some touch-up paint. But there again, the more that I go up in here and touch up a little higher, even if I'm just putting a thin layer on, that will help blend the two colors together. And it honestly doesn't take much to fool the human eye, especially when you're standing up and it's down by your feet. So, and I bought the absolute cheapest paintbrush you could buy because I'm painting a rock, a dirty rock. It's a literal rock. These were cut from a quarry and stacked up over 100 years ago. And there is no proper prep work that can be done. I'm painting a rock. I mean, I suppose you could sandblast it and take off a layer of rock, but you end up with a layer of rock underneath. So the only thing you can do is pack the paint into every little nook and cranny and wait for it to dry and go back and hit it with a second coat to catch any of the spots you might have missed. But I think once that dries, it is going to blend in very, very well got to be better than the brown that we had going on. And this particular area in this apartment is most likely where the bed is going to go. So you really don't see too much of this, but that's besides the point. It has got to look better than it does. Let me get in it. I'm just hoping that I end up with whatever I mixed up being enough. I have, let's see, 7, 14, about 21 feet of this that needs to be done just like this. So before I get too carried away, I'll look at how much I have and make a few estimates and see if I want to go ahead, because I don't want to have to mix another batch. I'd like to mix it all at once, because I might get the next batch better or worse. Either way, I'd like it to all be the same. All right. I think that'll be good enough. I've got an electric heater I can throw over here, which will help out the drying process. I'm just going to shut the camera down for now. Let that dry up a little bit, and then I will come back after a little while with the results. You can for sure see the difference in the camera on what is brighter, but I think it is going to be acceptable. I'm trying to adjust my tripod here. Sorry for being shaky. I'm going to drop you on a little bit more. Yeah, I'll get the heater on that for a few minutes, and we'll check back after a little while. Well, it's been about a half hour. I've had the heater blowing on it for a little while, and you can still see it's a little bit shiny. But as far as the color goes, I like it. I'm gonna run with that. I've only got just that little bit of space there all the way around the bottom to get done. And then there's a few touch-ups here and there. You know, up high here, they got some white paint on it. I'm gonna have to take care of that. There's a couple of spots over in here. I'm gonna have to clean that edge up a little bit. Same thing down at the bottom and all along that wall. But I think that color is gonna work perfectly. And if anything, it's a lot closer than the brown. I'm really happy with my on-site mixture. I saved some money doing it, using up some leftover paint. And I'm overall really gonna enjoy this when it is done. I've gotten to start over here on my door jamb, painting that white. I've got white trim going on both sides of it. We're gonna paint the door white, so we figure we might as well have the door jamb be white as well. As you see, most everything else in here is white trim. So other than the one wooden area here that I still haven't fully decided how to address that, I think we're just gonna leave it looking like wood. Other than this wonderful spot right here, I'm gonna probably sand that back off. I did not do that, folks, just so we're clear. That wasn't me. I don't do that kind of stuff. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed my little video here. If you want to see this when it's finished, you're going to have to watch the entire video when I get that posted in a week or so. When this is all said and done and I've had a chance to edit the video down, I'll have a start and finish, before and after, show why we're doing what we're doing, what happened in the first place, and what it all looks like when I walk out the door for the last time. I thank you for watching my video. We'll see you next time.